Imagine closing your eyes for a moment and visualizing the life you've always dreamed of. Maybe it's a life where you wake up in a sprawling, serene home, where you find yourself surrounded by love, fulfilled, and at peace. Perhaps it's about achieving success that feels, quite frankly, out of reach right now. For many of us, those dreams feel distant, like something we'll someday stumble upon if we work hard enough, or if the stars just align in just the right way, or if somebody likes me, I can just find how I fit in. But here's the truth. The life you're dreaming of could be much, much closer than you think. What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and the reality you desire is the state of your mind? The assumptions that you're holding on to about yourself and the world around you. I'm Roach, Mark Roach. Welcome to Transcendent, my YouTube channel about a perspective formed from a journey around the world through life, crossing the wide spectrum of human experience from high to low, as most people in American society define high and low. This channel is all about inspiring common people to find their power. Let's dive into something profound today. It's a truth that has the potential to rewrite the script of your life. This truth is simple but transformative. The world you see, the circumstances that you're living right now, are not a random collection of events or of luck. Instead, they are a direct reflection of your inner world, your beliefs, your assumptions, and your thoughts. What you repeatedly accept as true in your consciousness eventually becomes your lived reality. Every success you've experienced, as well as every setback, mirrors what you've assumed to be true about yourself and your place in the world. And here's where most people falter. They focus entirely on external efforts, working, hoping, striving, without addressing the core issue. They continue to live from their current mindset instead of stepping into the mindset aligned with their desired reality. Let me break that down for you. If you desire wealth, love, or success, you can't just wish for it indefinitely as something that exists out there in the future. You must first acknowledge that whatever you desire already exists in what we'll call the fourth dimensional world, the realm of infinite possibilities, where imagination creates reality. It's not about chasing your desires, it's about becoming aligned with them in consciousness. When you say, I want to be successful, you're unintentionally reinforcing the belief that you are not successful right now. You're, in effect, perpetuating a state of lack. The law I'm sharing with you today is not about wanting it's about being. You have to dare to move into a state of the wish fulfilled, to think, feel, and act as though it's already true. This isn't blind optimism or idle daydreaming. It's about a complete reorientation of your inner world. Think of this. When you're imagining something vividly, it's not just fantasy. Your imagination is the very foundation of that reality. Everything you experience, every physical object, every situation. They began at first as an idea in someone's imagination. The chair you're sitting on, your phone or your computer, or even the life you're living, all are products of inner thoughts and beliefs externalized into form. That same creative process applies to your dreams. But here's the catch. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. To truly change your circumstances, you must embody the identity of the person who already has what you desire. If it's wealth you seek, you must feel wealthy now. If it's love, you must feel love now. Success, you must act as though you're already successful. This change isn't superficial. It's not about the surface. It's not about saying affirmations while doubting them internally. This is about persisting in a new state of consciousness until it feels natural, until it becomes who you are. This is where persistence comes into play. Many people dabble in this idea but give up too soon. They imagine their wish fulfilled for a moment, only to return to their old ways of thinking when external evidence seems to contradict their new assumption. But manifestation, much like nature, has its own timelines. Seeds don't grow into trees overnight. Similarly, your assumptions once planted require time to manifest into your reality. For instance, think back to the dreams you've had at night. In those dreams, every experience feels real in the moment. What you see, what you hear, what you touch in those dreams, and sense in those dreams is all created by your consciousness. Your waking life works the same way. It's all the product of the state that you assume with the deepest conviction. What most people don't realize is that they hold on to their current assumptions so tightly that they limit themselves. They identify with their current name, their current job, or their current situation so strongly. They identify with them so strongly that they can't imagine anything else. Stop trying to be right and let go. Let go of that. Because you can change all that. You just have to embrace this truth. Your consciousness is the only reality. And what you accept and persist in will inevitably take form. Now comes the practical question. How do you change your assumptions? Well, the process is simpler than you might think, yet it requires a shift in how you approach your desires. Instead of focusing on how to achieve something, focus entirely on being the person who already has it. Assume the state of your wish fulfilled. When you do this repeatedly and consistently, your external world begins to reshape itself around your new identity. Let's talk about the role of faith. Faith isn't just about believing that things will work out someday. True faith is the ability to accept your desires as a present fact, even when your senses tell you otherwise. It's when the practice of living from the end, making decisions, speaking, and acting as though your wish has already been fulfilled. Think of it like this. When you order something online, don't you keep placing the same, you don't keep placing the same order over and over again. You trust that the package is on its way. Well, the same principle applies to your desires. Once you've assumed the feeling of your wish fulfilled, trust that it's already yours. But, and this is the key, while waiting for it to manifest, you must hold fast to that state of belief. It also applies to how we perceive others. Your relationships, your interactions, they reflect your assumptions about how people are around you. When you change your perspective of someone, perhaps shifting from seeing them as difficult to seeing them as kind and cooperative, they do begin to respond differently. Why? Because your assumption about them changes your interaction with them, which in turn changes their behavior towards you. The same goes for every area of your life, from finances to health to career opportunities. Now, I won't sugarcoat this. Persisting in a new state isn't always easy. Your senses will try to pull you back into your old way, your old patterns, your old way of thinking, your old way of being, your old way of identifying. The world may seem to contradict your new assumptions at first, but understand this. Those contradictions are often the final remnants of your old state dissolving. Just as a seed germinates in the darkness before breaking ground, your new state takes time to emerge. Don't give up when things appear stagnant. Stay faithful to your desire, knowing that it will unfold. Remember, there's no one out there telling you no. The only limits in your life are the ones that you accept in your consciousness. When you grasp this, you realize that you're not a passive participant in life. You're the creator, the operant force shaping your reality with every thought and assumption. This is where your ultimate power lies, in the ability to choose and persist in a new state of being. So as you go forward, consider this. What assumptions are you ready to let go of and release? What new identity are you willing to step into? The world will not resist your transformation. It will mirror it. The law is absolute. Whatever you assume with conviction will externalize itself in your reality. You are the operant power. You hold the key. Dare to live boldly. Dare to assume that what you desire is already yours. Dare to step into the life you've imagined, not as a distant dream, but as a present reality. The only thing standing between you and the life that you want is the state of consciousness that you're willing to assume every day. Today, be it. I'm Mark Roach, wishing you all the best.